We're back on the Lobo Basketball pregame show. New Mexico is in the pit, and the Lobos take on New Mexico Highlands University. We have Lobo head coach Eric Olin. Coach Olin, first off, happy Thanksgiving after the fact. I know you had a big group of some 40 people at your house here in the Burke. How was it?
It was great. Yeah, we had the whole team, staff, and some families as well. So it was fun to get everybody together and have everybody over. We had a great time.
I bet the house smelled great. The food was awesome. Everybody left happy?
Yeah, it was great. Food was great. We had plenty of to-go boxes for all the guys. And, it was just good to get everybody in the same place. And, our house could barely hold them, but it was fun to be together.
How about the building chemistry and camaraderie of the group?
Yeah, that's been great. Really from the start, I think the guys have done a good job of that. I think they like being together. They like spending time together. I think that's a kind of underrated aspect of building your team. And so something that we feel like is a strength. And hopefully as we go forward, we'll show up more and more as, we want to be a connected group on the floor.
One more question along those lines, because you clearly have a formula and you've done it for quite a while. But this was a brand new experience, having a full new roster. How did it apply?
It's definitely been a learning experience, and I think that and it's every team, every year, every group is different. Typically, you have a couple foundational pieces of returning players, and you kind of like known commodities. So I think there's been a little bit longer sort of figuring out period, and to some degree, we're still working through that in parts of the rotation or parts of our scheme. But for the most part, our guys have done a great job, and we feel like we understand what our recipe is, and we just got to keep working to execute it better.
Eric Olin is with us, Lobo head basketball coach, New Mexico and New Mexico Highlands, coming up for you shortly. I know that you're on the opposite side of university, but across the way, there was a big football game on Friday, Black Friday, the day after Thanksgiving, and I'm sure you were casting an eye on the Lobo football team.
Yeah, I was able to catch a big part of the game. Wasn't able to stay through the finish, but followed it. And what an awesome environment! What an awesome performance by our football team, who's been playing great football all year. Coach Eck talked about championship behavior, and I think that showed up for them. Kind of start to finish this season, and it's been a lot of fun to follow as a fan. And I think Lobo Nation is really proud of what they've done.
Could not have said it any better. Lobo head coach Eric Olin is with us, New Mexico and New Mexico Highlands coming up. Speaking of championship behavior, your team has shown a propensity for really good response after some slow starts here recently, playing excellent second halves in games that didn't start the way you wanted. What a comeback win for your team in your last one.
Yeah, I've been pleased with the way we've responded to adversity. I think we have a competitive group. We need to start better. We need to not put ourselves in those situations. And I think we need to be more consistent. We feel like the good version of us is pretty good, and we play good basketball at times, but it's about consistency for us. And, but I think, going through experiences where things aren't going well and able to then respond and have a little resilience can be a real positive for your team because, obviously we'd like to avoid it, but it won't be the last time that we're behind in a game and we need to come back. And I think having done that, experienced that, understanding, that you can't do it all at once. You have to let the game come to you and to some degree while also playing with urgency. I think those are important lessons that hopefully will serve us well going forward.
You've had a couple of games at home and one of them on the road where an opposing team's backcourt has really gotten loose. Some special plays made by some really good players and some really difficult shot making. But what have you learned from those experiences? What have your players learned from those experiences?
Yeah, I think that's a little bit of what I was referencing in terms of the figuring out period of what are our solutions to different problems, both from a holistic aspect of our team or in different lineups with different matchups. We went to a more aggressive approach in the second half against Alabama State, trying to get the ball out of sort of the hot players' hands. That was effective. We've tried different things at other times. So I think we're still sort of going through the process of figuring out when to apply which of the solutions we have. Our guys are doing a good job. We're pretty committed to keeping the ball out of the paint, which forces some jump shots. There was a decent number of shots and points scored in the last couple games that we're generally okay with in terms of the shot quality. But there's also a point of like with a certain player as they get going where you kind of have to draw a line of like, okay, theoretically we would be okay with that, but after a certain number of times, it's like we have to adjust. So I think that feeling out period is something that we're working through, and I thought the guys did a nice job of adjusting as we went.
Lobo head coach Eric Olin with us pregame. New Mexico and New Mexico Highlands coming up. So it is a unique scenario. You're playing a team out of the RMAC. It's an exhibition game for them, but it's a game that counts in the standings for you. They haven't won in 7 tries, but you've done a full scouter on them. What do you see?
Really aggressive team on both sides of the ball. Put a lot of pressure on the basket and the paint on the offensive side, and they're pretty disruptive defensively. So a lot of the same things that we want to hang our hat on will kind of apply. So it's a lot of like, hey, let's execute the basics for us. Keep the ball out of the paint, protect the basket, force jump shots on one end, while being disruptive ourselves and trying to finish plays on the glass. And then offensively, we feel like if we can take care of the ball, that we had a good chance to have really quality shots materialize. And so we feel like if we can execute that and play complementary basketball, we'll be in a good place. That was something that we felt like we lacked in the first half of the last game. Turned the ball over, lacked ball security. They got out and scored in transition, kind of help get guys going that way. So we want to complement our defense with good offense, and today will be a good test for that.
And the Lobos were able to come back from those things and come back from 15 down and beat Alabama State in the pit. A last thought, their top 2 scorers, Pierce and Walker, it looks like the games where they've been effective, they've gotten themselves to the line a lot. Does that speak to what you were talking about, keeping them out of the paint?
Yeah, both those guys are downhill players who really thrive off penetration and getting to the rim. So we want to contain penetration. We want to make sure that we're in the gap and bringing help early, not letting guys get to their dominant hands and finish with their strong hand. Things like that can limit those guys without fouling. So those are things that we want to do, and those guys will test us in that tonight.
Is there anything that they might do that's a little different defensively? Might they junk it up a little bit? Have they shown that they'll change things up?
Yeah, they've shown some zone possessions, like a 2-3 zone where they run and jump, maybe trap the first pass. We've seen some 1-3-1. So a couple things that we haven't seen. Again, that just speaks to their aggression and in our ability to kind of pass and catch and move the ball versus pressure. If we do that, we feel like good shots will show up.
Well, Coach, appreciate your time. Best of luck against New Mexico Highlands. And it's great to hear you guys had such a wonderful team Thanksgiving. Go get them.
Thanks. Hope everyone had a great holiday.
Lobo head coach Eric Olin, our guest pregame. We're back after this timeout. The Lobos and New Mexico Highlands coming up on the UNM Sports Radio Network.
97-47, a 50-point victory for the Lobos tonight here in the pit over New Mexico Highlands. Jeff Symbieta alongside former Lobo All-Conference big man Daniel Ferris. Lobos win by 50, and they improve on the season to 6-2. Next up, Santa Clara will be in the pit. A little bit more of a test on Saturday. We're joined by Eric Olin, Lobos head coach. Congratulations. You go into a game like this, and I think you got what you wanted out of it, I would assume. You got Tomeo some time, 11 points out of him. You got guys that don't get to play a lot, but yet by the same token, I'm assuming you got what you needed out of your starters as well.
Yeah, no, I thought, we talked about having a mature approach and not letting the opponent or external circumstances dictate our performance, right? So I thought we had the right mindset going in because we know that, we have one of the best teams on our schedule coming on Saturday, right? And so this is an opportunity for us to continue to take steps, improve some of the things that we've been talking about. And I thought our guys did a really good job of that and not relaxing, not taking their foot off the gas, just trying to play each possession. And specifically sharing the basketball I thought was really good. It's easy when you get ahead to kind of go away from that or do your own thing. I thought our guys stayed committed to that. 26 assists on 29 baskets.
Hey, you stole his line.
Yeah,
Come on,
no,
coach.
that's exactly where I was going. But to do that and then hit the shots, and you hit the three, the second most three-point shots made in the history of Lobo basketball. 20 was the record. You guys hit 19 tonight. And it was getting different guys doing it. Obviously, Jake can shoot, but how good was it to get guys like Tomeo? And JT Rock almost had a double-double tonight, 10 and 9.
Yeah, no, it's huge for us, right? Like, we want to continue to develop our bench. We think we have a deep basketball team, and, we're not always able to do that in every single game. So it was good for us to separate and feel like we could kind of stick to the plan and make sure everybody got plenty of minutes and opportunities, because you never know as things go forward. Basketball is a long season, and opportunities come up, and we want to make sure our guys are still trending in the right direction, improving, and ready for whatever comes.
That was a feel-good game, Coach. Everyone gets to leave afterward feeling good. Guys that don't normally get to shoot. That was awesome. But like you said, they approached it very mature. I love the offense. I love all these guys getting buckets, but I love Dayton Albury picking up. I love the pressure that Uriah was putting. That right there is stuff that's effort, it's focus. I love that they stayed locked in there. That was my favorite part of the game.
Yeah, I thought those two specifically did a good job. We talked about that as kind of carryover from Alabama State, where we feel like with the two of those guys and their ability to pressure the ball, we can wear people down. And
Absolutely.
so, again, we just want to improve habits. Like, not necessarily like deciding outcomes here, but we can improve our habits. We can become a better basketball team even in these environments.
No Tomislav tonight. You expect him to be ready to go with Santa Clara?
I do. I think he'll be fine. I'm confident he'll be ready to go on Saturday.
That team coming in if people haven't looked and see what they've done. They went to Xavier and won. You said they made the best team on your schedule. Certainly best team maybe on your non-conference schedule, and VCU is going to be good too. But what you're looking at in that team coming in specifically?
Yeah, really good basketball team, really well coached. They're big, they're physical, they're deep. They shoot the basketball. They're good on both sides of it.
Yeah.
Their big guy's good, Coach. Yeah, I'm excited to see that.
Absolutely.
The 7-1 freshman, he's nice.
Yeah,
I really like his game.
It's a fantastic challenge and opportunity for us. This is the best. This is the best home game that any team in the Mountain West has on their schedule in the non-conference. Right? All the games are neutral or road, and so we got to embrace that opportunity. It's huge for us in a lot of ways, and I expect the pit to be rocking, and it should be a fun environment.
You got me fired up, Coach. Let's play tomorrow. Come on, bring them in.
16 in a row for Lobo basketball in the pit. That's the longest win streak since 2011, and it's tied for, you came into the game, tied for 6th in the nation in win streak. The place is certainly, and I know you want fans out here on Saturday because this place can make a difference in a game like that.
Absolutely, and we need it, right? Great opponent, great opportunity for us relative to momentum for our team, resume, all the way around. It's a huge opportunity, a huge game for us.
Congratulations, a 50-point win tonight, 97-47. Enjoy this one. Good luck against Santa Clara on Saturday.
Appreciate you guys.
Coach. Thanks.
Eric Olin post-game as the Lobos improve to 6-2 on the season with a 50-point win, 97-47 over Highlands. Final thoughts?
Hey, great win. Thought the guys played hard. Thought that they're locked in on defense made the difference, I really like that. I think that we have some good momentum moving forward from it. Did what we were supposed to.
Next up will be the Santa Clara Broncos. I guess we're not done yet because a young man who just had himself a ball game. Almost a double-double. I was waiting for you to reach out and steal that last rebound. JT Rock joins us.
JT, just one more rebound. I just need a double-double from you. Just one.
10 points, 9 assists, JT. Terrific game tonight.
Thank you. I thought it was a really good game from our team tonight, and the way we came out sharp with a lot of focus, moved the ball around well, really played a complete team game, I thought. So,
Coach was talking about not relaxing against a team like that. Look, you're better than they are. And you knew that coming in. And if for a guy like you who hasn't been getting a ton of minutes, it had to feel good to just get out there and get a run in.
Yeah, it felt good, and I try to approach every game the same way because my minutes have been up and down a little bit throughout the season. So really just trying to keep the same focus every night, and whatever the team needs from me, I'm able to step up to the bar on that one.
Well, hey, man, keep being big. Every time you go in, I know you can't hear me, but I'm like, all right, JT, just be 7-1. I just need you to be big, and you were. You're physical on your post-ups, I love, because, look, I see you posting up. I know you don't get a lot of touches, but when you do that, it creates space. It wears down the defense. Then you're setting good screens, and you're crashing. Keep being aggressive. I like it.
Thank you.
And, if you ever listen, if you hear me yell, be 7-1, you know what it means. Just be big. Be strong.
Yeah, if I hear that, I'll know who it
you
comes
know.
from.
You know who it came
from the former all-conference big guy, Daniel Ferris. Running up and down, sharing the basketball tonight, I thought was really good. 26 assists on 29 field goals. I thought for this team was really big. Was that an emphasis?
Yeah, I really thought we did a great job of that tonight. Really watched the ball move from multiple sides of the floor, and really got out in transition to create points off of turnovers, points off of long rebounds, stuff like that. It was really nice to see that amount of movement, and we got a lot of flow going. throughout the game. I thought it was really good the way we moved the ball around. So we need to keep that up going forward.
Guys like you and Patton, you weren't letting they were driving late in the game. I don't know who was getting the block. You guys, I looked at it and like, who
everyone's getting a finger
to?
on it, right?
Right. I'm like, who they give the blocks to?
There were a couple of them that Kevin and I both got a hand on. I'm not sure how the stat sheet shows.
It shows that Kevin had 3 and you had 2. That's what the stat sheet shows. Are you okay with that?
Yeah, that's all right.
10 points.
Too nice, JT. No, you're not. You wanted 4 blocks. They gave you one. Come on, don't lie.
10 points, 9 rebounds, 2 blocks.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, protecting the rim is a big part of my job on this team, and Kevin does a great job of it from his position as well. So, however many end up on the stat sheet, I know that I can also affect shots around the rim without getting a piece of it or stuff like that. Make the shots around the rim harder.
Absolutely.
For the other team.
You're 7-1, baby. You just got to be 7-1 around the rim. I love it. Hey.
Right. So that's kind of another way I can impact the game that might not show up in the stat sheet as block shots or defensive rebounds.
Sky's the limit for you, man. Keep working. I mean, I know this is your first year really playing a lot. You have great touch. I love the effort. Just keep getting comfortable, man. Really. If you keep locked in, you're going to do some good things for us.
The left-handed buttery little float, the left-handed hook.
That was my
nice.
favorite move in the post.
We didn't miss that.
I saw that. I said, ooh, feathery.
Yeah,
I like it.
Didn't miss that.
Now you just got to tell him, hey, give Big Dog a few more touches. I'm ready to eat. Give me a couple more right here. You see the skills.
Yeah, whatever opens up for our offense is what we'll try to do. So I mean, share the ball around, and if it comes my way in the post,
when it comes your way, you're ready. Just give them this little celebration afterwards, all right?
Yeah, when it comes my way in the post, I'll do what I can to either score or pass it out to the right guy.
10 points, 9 assists, 2 blocks. Big
job.
night for you. Congratulations.
Thank you very
on a big
much,
win.
Great job, man.
JT Rock, Lobo, with his best game as a Lobo. Lobos win by 50 tonight, 97-47. They'll be back in the pit.
Hey, one more thing, Lobo Nation. This is the first really big game coming up on Saturday, so we would love it if you guys could pack the pit. I don't know if they say that around here.
Yeah,
that
do.
works.
Yeah, that works.
Okay,
yeah,
they do.
say that
Hey,
around
all
here.
right.
You haven't seen a real pit gang yet. Hopefully this will be the first one. I'm excited for you.
Yeah, we'll definitely take preparation seriously, do what we need to do to get prepared, and then hopefully we can come out to a great crowd, all wearing white, by the way.
It's a whiteout?
All right.
All right, you
I
got
was going to
that?
wear cherry red, but for you, I guess I'll do a white out for you.
All right.
All right. I'll find something white in my wardrobe, maybe.
All right. Thank you guys very much.
See you, JT. All right. That's going to be on Saturday, 7 o'clock start, 6:30 pregame here on the UNM Sports Radio Network. All right. Final score. Final time. New Mexico 97. New Mexico Highlands 47. You and I are back together, I think, here in a few weeks. Or what's the next game you and I are doing?
I think it's not till Florida Gulf Coast.
All right, I think that's about right, on the 14th.
No one listen till we come back, all right?
No,
come on, wait
make
for us.
sure you listen.
I mean,
to
listen
Rob
every
and
time.
Hunter. For our courtside, on-site producer and engineer Michael Carlisle, and our engineer and producer back at our flagship station, News Radio KKOB, Catalina Scowlin. I'm Jeff Simbieta, and for my broadcast partner, Daniel Ferris. Thank you for being with us. Lobos are back in action on Sunday here at the Pit, 6:30 pregame, 7 o'clock tip with Robert and Hunter. Have a great, safe evening. Be good to each other. Please be kind, loving, sharing, and caring. You've been listening to Lobo Basketball on the UNM Sports Radio Network. Good night from the Pit.